It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Razorbacks about to kick it away and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum. And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Guys, let's talk about Memphis. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. The give to the fullback. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
And the Tigers are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that move.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Let's take a minute here and talk a little Memphis. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He wants to change this route. From the gun on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
A lot of things have gone right for this offense, but I think this quarterback right now is playing with a little too much confidence. He held the football way too long that time in the pocket, and he ended up taking a hit, which forced the incompletion. He's got to keep playing fast. The ball has got to get out quicker.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll move the tight end. On fourth down, looking to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Zings it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He might want another play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Trying to bowl his way in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical. The way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Razorbacks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Isaac. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost to fire on second down. Makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, one of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think
got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution, running and throwing the football? Wow.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Making side adjustments here. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Delivers the stiff arm. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Bargava. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, you think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the score.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Cal took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Berkeley. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. We'll send the tight end in motion. He'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Guys, let's talk about Memphis. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it. And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Third down coming up after that completion. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete to the right. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know.
Touchdown, Tiger! Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught behind the line. It's Bargava. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Figueroa. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Memphis picking up the tempo. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Send that offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Right back to the well. There he goes. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Toss sweep to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative one.
The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Thanks to grab. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Reads it, fires complete. Breaks into the open.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
See what they dial up on first and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Touchdown, Memphis. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae. Making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Troy has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 20 over New Mexico. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense spelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Out of the backfield, he's open. Oh, he's got some space. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig soup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
The Razorbacks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to go up top on first down. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. It's complete to the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it. There he goes. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So 1st down will open up the final period. Give to the back. Puts it on in midfield. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
They bring him down, but not before he picks up a Memphis 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Puts it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Tight end now in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The screen, he can go. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Memphis.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Eastern Michigan is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 18 to NC State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Got the back over the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start, Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from Memphis.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give and tick, 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 tick. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to get the corner. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. He got it. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on second down. Got it set up on the outside. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. A lot of defenders around on that screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
After this, it'll be a wrap. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And that is how we will wrap this one up. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week.